Good morning. Welcome. These eyebrows. Welcome. I'm Maria. I'm going to set up my mat. Leave a comment to let me know that you're here. Just want to make sure that there is someone that wants to take class. Hi, Jill. Thanks for being here. Oh, happy birthday, Jill. I love the lion. Leos unite. I was thinking, it's like, I don't know if it's just because I'm a Leo, but it feels like and it makes sense because Leos are like this, but like, I always feel like there's way more Leo kind of content on Leo season compared to any other of the zodiac seasons. So I don't know if you agree or not, but I'm going to set up my mat. We'll get started. Have 2 blocks and a couple pillows from the couch that we can use at the end. It's going to be our chill version of class today. So go ahead and grab those things if you need to. Just grab here. Okay. I love it, Jill. Alrighty, I'm gonna go grab my water and then we'll get started. Go ahead and make your way to your mat. Again, you just need 2 blocks and grab 2 pillows from the couch or 2 versions of that. Okay. Just find a cross-legged position here. Let the hands rest on the lap. Let the eyes close. And just let yourself arrive on your mat. Just noticing those first couple of breaths in and out. Right away, beginning to focus our mind on our breath, beginning to focus the mind on the body too. Making a conscious choice at the beginning of this class that we will spend some time in our internal world, observing, watching, understanding our habits, choosing to respond rather than react, but mostly just noticing. And taking a moment here to tune into our theme this week, circling around. Knowing that there's this inevitable outcome of change. Our lives will consistently change and ebb and flow. And for most of us, it feels like this time is a big shift or a big change. Especially. And even though this one might feel like it's a little bit more in our face, things are changing all the time. And actually, it takes a lot of our energy. Some of the really small changes that feel like they're just happening to us sometimes can weigh heavier than like big changes like we're experiencing right now. Because there's a collective shift. You don't feel so alone, maybe in in the COVID, but there's like micro changes in between. You probably feel like they're only happening to you or to us. And those kinds of changes can use up a lot of our energy, our prana. Prana in yoga is life force. It's like the energy that we expend on anything. And yoga is meant to clear channels and to make our energy flow easier and better. That's why we do it. There's also this element of like prana in the brain and like how much mental energy, how many mental blockages do we get around things changing. And so we talked about the kind of 3 of the jewels that I'm offering today that we can try to cultivate to make like a fertile garden or a fertile bed for change. And those are this effort to stay open, an effort to accept or live in a place of vulnerability, even though it's hard, and being willing to forgive. So just bringing those 3 drops back into kind of your heart space or your head space. And maybe reflecting even a little bit backwards on the past week. How have I, did I take any actions that helped me stay open? Did I engage in vulnerability when I didn't want to? I don't know that we ever want to. It's always like an effort a little bit. Did I forgive either firstly yourself perhaps, or someone else? And then this Sunday is kind of this like crossing over, at least for me, where it's often feels like the end of one week, but also feels like the beginning of another. So making another commitment here to embody 3 of these jewels in our efforts to accept change, to let change kind of wash over us. Can we flow with the tide? Can we flow with like the current of the river rather than swimming or fighting against it? If the eyes are closed, let them open, and we will come to hands and knees. So have the blocks to the front of the mat. The pillows can stay to the side for a little bit. We'll move a little bit here and then do a little bit more chill stuff. So take the wrist underneath the shoulders, hips come over the knees, and then breathe in, let the belly drop down, chest reaches forward, chin lifts, finding length on the sides of the body. On the exhale, press into the hands and the feet, puff up the back, let the head fall heavy. Now you can kind of like sway side to side as the breath empties. And breathe in, you're ready for your next breath. Take your next movement. So try to follow your own breath. Let the breath kind of breathe, let the body breathe how it wants to breathe. And then you sync your movement to the breath. Rather than taking a movement that you think, we're still just doing cat-cows, rather than taking the movement and then trying to like lengthen out the breath and strain the breath to like match a movement. So if you don't make it to your full expression of cow, for example, by the time you want to exhale, just let that go and let yourself come into cat for the exhale. Yeah. And then come back to neutral. From here, tuck your right toe behind you, and then just press into the heel a few times. And then lift the heel in line with the hip and carry the toe all the way to the left. So you're going to cross it. Your kind of upper inner legs are crossed here with the right foot crossing over the left or behind the left. And press into the heel over here a few times. Maybe you get a little bit of a release in the outer left hip. Then you're going to come back to your center and carry the foot all the way over to the right. So the arch of the right foot is in line with the left knee. Breathe in and come to your fingertips. Bring the belly a little bit online, and then you're going to come to stand on the left knee. Breathe in to take the arms to the sides. Breathe out, right hand slides down the right leg, left arm reaches up and over the ear. Parigasana gate goes nice opening the left side of the body. You can even look over to the left. Breathing in, breathing out. Release this and bring your right knee down next to your left. And then step your left foot forward. Sink the hips forward. Hands come to frame the left foot. And then you're just going to take this lazy Anjaneyasana asana. Hands come to the mat. If they don't, blocks on your hands. The torso is going to rest on the belly here. And then if you need to find a little movement, a few circles, you can do that. Take a little free movement. I feel like a little crunch in the front of my left hip. So just kind of playing around, releasing and engaging into this. And then take your blocks, put them on the highest setting, hands on blocks, frame the front foot or the left foot, and then tuck your right toe, lift your back knee, create lots more space. And then as you walk your blocks forward, weight's going to come into the left foot. You're going to find a supported warrior 3, right leg lifts. Breathe in and look forward. Yeah, lengthen the sides of the waist. Exhale, step the right foot down, and bend the knees. Just fold over the leg. Release the hands on the blocks if they can reach the floor. Head falls heavy. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out and step your left foot behind you. From here, drop your left knee down. Put your left hand down in line with the left hand. Step your right foot all the way back to the back of the mat. So you're in a supported side plank. Right arm reaches up. Good. And then breathe in. Maybe the right leg floats. A little bit more weight's going to come into the left hand. Breathe out, bend the knee and pinch the foot behind you. Kick the foot into the hand and find a little opening in the front of the body. Oh, this should feel really good. This feels like the perfect stretch that I needed this morning. Woo! Yeah, like let it ride. And then release and take everything to the mat. Find a little plank pose, look forward, and lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Breathe in, lift the head and the chest. Pull your right heel towards your right seat. And then exhale, lower. Just a baby cobra. Breathe in, lift the left heel towards the seat. Head and shoulders lift. Exhale, lower. Come to hands and knees. And find downward facing dog. Pedal up the feet. Let the head fall heavy. Keep the head low. Beautiful. Find a little stillness here and then roll to plank pose. Maybe you stay here or let the hips dip down. Stay on the tops or on the balls of the feet for up dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times like this. Staying in plank or letting the hips dip to up dog. Breathe in, come forward. Make sure you hit plank and then dip the hips down. Soft. Keep the elbows soft, and then downward facing dog. 1 more time. Breathe in. Literally roll and undulate through the spine. Chest lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the knees to the mat. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your left toes. Press through the heel a few times. Nice. And then lift the heel in line with the hip and carry the foot all the way over to the right. Again, press through the heel. A few pulses here. See if you can release that outer right hip. If you don't feel anything, don't worry. And then bring the foot back to your center and take it all the way to the left. Yeah, so the arch of the left foot's in line with the right knee. Come to the finger pads. Breathe in. Breathe out and come to stand on the right knee. Inhale to take the arms to a T. Exhale, slide the left hand down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over here. Paridasana gate pose. You can look to the right. No strain in the neck. Breathing in. Breathing out. Left knee comes next to the right. Step your right foot forward. Shift the hips forward. And then lay the torso over the top of the right thigh and keep your hands to the mat. And again, you can find a little bit of movement here. It feels kind of crunchy. And it feel a little bit more wound up in the morning. The body is like not totally awake yet. I guess it's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. It's 9 a.m. here. So a little bit different. Take your blocks to frame the front foot on the highest setting. Hands to blocks. Tuck your left toe, lift your left knee. And then the weight's going to come into the right leg as the blocks come forward. Warrior 3, supported. Left leg lifts. Breathe in and look forward. Breathe out, left foot steps down. Soften the knees, fold over the legs, hands come back to the back. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, step your right foot back and drop your right knee down underneath the hip. Plant your right hand down, left foot steps all the way to the back of the mat, and then the left arm reaches up, you're back into supported side plank. Yes, find this like broadness across the front of the chest, the collarbones. And then you have an option to float your left leg. You can stay here. A little bit more weight's going to come into the hand. Or you can bend the knee and catch the foot behind the back. Kick the foot into the hand and then, you look up. Let the front of the body open. So nice. Release. Come to plank pose. Breathe in and move forward. Breathe out, lower to the belly. Inhale, head and chest lift. Lift your left heel in towards the seat. Baby cobra. Exhale, fold. Or lower. Breathe in, lift the head and the chest. Right heel comes in. Exhale, lower. Breathe in for hands and knees. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. A few more times. Shake the head now. And then begin to walk the feet forward towards the front of the mat. You get to the top, take a half lift. Exhale, hands to the waist. Breathe in, head to the tailbone, come to stand all the way up. And then keep the feet actually separated here and take the arms back behind you. Interlace the fingers. Take the heels of the hands wide. And breathe in, knuckles reach down towards the heels. Try not to crunch through the low back. Just lift the sternum, lift the chin. On your exhale, bend the knees a lot. And then just lay the belly on the top of the thighs. Hands reach up and over with the head fall heavy. Shake your head. Yeah. And then let the hands come back towards the low back, bend the knees, and then come to stand up. Release the arms, give yourself a hug, right arm comes on top. And then take the arms back behind you. Interlace the opposite way. Let the heels of the hands go wide so there's space for the shoulder blades. Knuckles reach down towards the floor. Breathe in, lift the sternum. Just a baby lift, chest lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, soften the knees. Just let the belly rest on the thighs and take the hands up and over. Let the head fall. On your next breath in, bend the knees and move forward, and you're just gonna bring yourself all the way to stand. Heel to the feet together. Release the hands and give yourself a hug, left arm on top, and take the arms by the sides, flying Tadasana. The fingertips now reach straight down towards the floor. Feet are strong. You can feel all corners of the feet pressing in. Try not to lock out through the knees. I kind of do that with all of my joints a little bit. Not try that, but something to think about. This is like a habit thing for sure. Just like try not to just sit in the joints. You know, some softness, maybe finding that like kind of softness throughout the whole body. Carry the hands to touch in front of the heart. And do a little mental scan, a heart scan, if you will. We always do body scans in yoga. I like this, a heart scan of where can you be like a little bit more open. You kind of did a little reflection at the beginning of class, so bringing yourself back to that. Now kind of looking at the present moment, where can you be a little bit more open? Where can you be a little bit more vulnerable? Where can you forgive a little bit more? Starting with yourself. Where can you forgive yourself a little bit more? It's always going to lead to forgiving others. It's kind of crazy how that works. Finding empathy for yourself leads to empathy for others, compassion. Not to say that we don't feel those things for other people ever before we feel them for ourselves, but empathy in ourselves is such a, it really like reveals so much about it, like how we like go about like where those kind of like things that we want to cultivate, where they might be like a little stuck or down. Let the eyes flutter open, keep the arms by the side. Soften the knees, hook the thumbs in front, reach up and look up. Exhale, soften the knees, fold over the legs, interlace the hands reach up. Inhale, chair pose, sit with flow, arms reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, drop your left knee down. Breathe in, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog, right foot steps back. Breathe in, come to plank pose, look forward. Breathe out, lower the knees, arch the back, lower the chest and chin. Untuck the toes, slide to cobra, head and chest lift. Press the feet down. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 cycles of breath here. Let the head fall heavy. Lengthen the side of the waist, that's 1. 2. 3. Breathe in and lift your right leg. Breathe out, step the foot forward and drop your back knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands come to the mat, left foot steps forward next to the right, and fold. Breathe in, sit with flow, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, swing arms behind you, interlace the fingers and fold. Breathe in, hands come forward, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, swing arms behind you, interlace opposite way and fold. Breathe in, sit with flow, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, drop your right knee down, building a little feet here. Breathe in, hook thumbs, opposite thumb in front if you can. Exhale, hands to the mat, left foot steps back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and come to plank pose. Breathe out, lower the knees, arch the back, lower the chest and chin. Untuck the toes, slide forward, cobra pose, elbows pull back. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Arrive. Go on. 2. 3. Breathe in and lift your left leg. Breathe out, step the foot forward, drop your back knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands come to the mat, right foot steps forward and fold over the legs. Breathe in, sit hips low, arms reach up, chair pose. Exhale, interlace the fingers opposite grip and fold. Breathe in, hook thumbs and touch. Stand all the way up, look up. Exhale, pull the hands through the center. Heel toe the feet together. And stand tall. Arrive. Maybe the eyes close. Feel the inner legs pulling together. Inner edges of the feet touch. Let the eyes open and lift the heels. Begin to bend the knees, keep the torso erect until the heel or the seat meets the heel. Keep the knees wide, come into yogi spot. Hands walk forward. Knees fall wide, heels and seat hang heavy. Let the head fall heavy as well. And then walking hands underneath the shoulders, lift the hips up and take downward facing dog. Breathe in and lift your right leg up. Breathe out, step the foot forward between the hands and spin your back heel back. Breathe in and reach the hands to the side and up. Look up and see the hands touch in warrior 1. Exhale, cactus the arms. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, swim the arms behind you, interlace the fingers. And then take the heels of the hands a little bit wide so that again there's space for the collarbone. Slide the fingers down like as an extension of the tailbone. You're going to kind of slide pulling the inner seam of your left leg as you then do the right knee. Keep the chest afloat, let the chin lift. Breathing in, keep pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out, gently release. Hands come to the heart, flip up your back heel, breathe in. Breathe out, torso comes forward. Warrior 3, left leg lifts up behind you just to transition. Exhale, step the left foot down. Hug the right knee into the chest. Open the knee to the side. and set up for tree pose. Hands touch in front of the heart. Find a steady gaze for the eyes. Feel the left leg engaged all the way through the inner edge of that leg. When you feel steady, the arms can reach up and over the head. Feel the sides of it as well. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more in. And out. Hands come to the heart center. Carry the right knee forward. Extend the leg. And then keep the foot down. Breathe in. Arms reach up and overhead. Look up. Exhale. Soften the knees. Just fold over the legs. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale. Step your left foot way back and spin the heel down. Take a block outside the right ankle. So it's going to be a little bit further back on the medium or highest setting. Straighten through your right leg. Press the right hand into the block and then exhale. Left arm reaches up. See if you can find one long line between left or the right wrist and the left wrist. Yeah, adjust if you need to. Nice wide stance, triangle pose. Gaze goes up. Yeah, so press through the big toe mound of the right foot and then see if you can press even more through the outer edge or the outer back edge of your left heel. Take the left arm up and over the ear and then take the hand to the nape of the neck. Pull the elbow towards the face and then reach the elbow forward as you turn the torso or the sternum up. Soften the front ribs, your back ribs. Reach up towards the back of the neck. One more cycle here, in and out. Release the left arm long and then soften your right knee as the left hand comes to the mat. Flip up your left heel. Breathe in, step to pose, bring your toes to touch. Breathe out, turn to the outer edge of the left foot, right arm reaches up, side plank. Breathe in, look up the right foot. Breathe out, plank pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower halfway into the belly. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. Breathe out, downward facing hill. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward, spin your back heel down. Breathe in, arms reach to the side and up, warrior one, hands reach above the head. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, swing the arms behind you, take opposite interlacing. Breathe in, slide the knuckles down the inner seam of your right leg. Out of the chest, let upper arm bones roll back as you soften into the left knee. Breathe in. Use the belly as well. Engage the belly a little bit here. Feel glutes pull in towards the midline. And then soften, neutral here. Hands going to touch in front of the heart. Lean forward, back heel flips up. Warrior three, right leg floats. Grab the front of the mat and then step the right foot down next to the left. Hug the left knee to the chest. Open the knee to the side and find tree pose. Hands come to touch in front of the heart. Firm up the inner edge of your right leg. Press through your right big toe. Yeah, and then steady the gaze. When you feel steady, you can take the arms up and over the ears. Lengthen through the side of the waist. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take the hands back to the heart. Carry the left knee forward. Extend the leg long and then step the foot down. Reach the arms up and overhead. Look up. Exhale, soften and fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot way back and spin the heel down. Take a block on the medium or highest setting outside your left ankle. Left hand presses to the block. Straighten your left leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right arm reaches up. Find that nice line between left wrist and right wrist. Nice wide stance here in our triangle. Firm the inner seams of the legs. And then take your right arm up and over the ear. Bend the elbow. Take the hand to the nape of the neck. Pull the upper arm bone in towards the face. Now lengthen out that underside, the left side of the body. Soften the ribs. As you soften the front ribs, the back ribs kind of come up towards the neck. Yeah, where the hand is. And then turn. Once you find that, then turn the sternum towards the ceiling. Keep pressing through the left big toe. Yeah, as you kind of turn, you want to lean back and you gotta re-engage the left big toe to stay in this center line, this balance. Release the right arm long. Exhale, soften left knee as the right hand comes down. Flip up your back heel. Breathe in and step to plank pose. Big toes touch. Breathe out. Turn to the outer edge of your right foot. Left arm reaches up. Breathe in. Yeah, stop the feet. Exhale, plank pose. Breathe in to look forward. Breathe out, lower halfway for chaturanga or up to the belly. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Come up to snake pose. Forearms come to the mat. Elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Unless this is crunching in the low back. If it is, you can take the feet a little bit wider as long as you press the toes down into the mat. Or you can walk the forearms a little bit forward. Yeah. Right hand comes towards the left hand. If you took the feet really wide, we want them to pull them in for this next part. So they're like equal distance. It can be like 3-4 inches between your toes. Use your left hand to pull the left heel towards the seat. Left hand reaches back and touches the inner edge of the foot. Pull the heel to the outer edge of your left foot. Some of us might feel to swivel their fingertips forward, elbow comes up. Turn the chest back forward if it's available. Make sure to press through the right forearm, no sinking into the right shoulder. And breathe. Yep, keep pressing through the top of the right foot. So please look all the way to the left and then release the leg down. And come back to center. Just find center for a moment. And then left hand comes over towards the right. Use your right hamstring to pull the right heel towards the seat. Right hand reaches back, hits the inner edge of the foot. Pull the heel towards the outer edge of your right hip. Fingertips swivel forward. Elbow points up. And then turn the chest to the front. Press through the left forearm. Press through the top of your left foot. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Turn yourself back to the right, and then release the foot. Come back. Center. Make a little pillow with the hands. Elbows go wide, and just bring your forehead to the mat. Relax the heels for a moment. You can swivel the hips. And slide the hands underneath the armpits. Press yourself to hands and knees and then downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands, drop your back knee down. Inhale, arms reach to the sides and up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, take the hands to the nape of the neck and elbows pull towards the face. Breathe in, let the hips sink low, let the elbows reach up towards the ceiling, Anjaneyasana. And stay here and breathe in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Bring your right hand inside your right foot. Filter the feet a little bit over to the right. Tuck your back toe and lift your back knee. Come to the fingertips and step your left foot forward. Sit both hips low to yogi squat. Knees go wide. Press the elbows into the inner knees. Hands press. Find space for the collarbone for a moment. Breathing in. Breathing out. Press down through the feet to stand all the way up. Arms reach up and overhead. And then step the feet together. Take the hands by the sides. Sit up. Put weight onto your left foot. And then bend your right knee. Pull the right knee into the right seat. Take your right hand off the you and put the inner edge of the foot. Left arm reaches up every here. So dancer prep. We're not going full out. Pull the inner knees towards one another, and then begin to kick the right foot into the hand. We'll reach kind of a stopping point, and then you can tip forward a little bit here. Breathing in. Just pause before you know you're at your limit. Breathing out. One more cycle. In and out. Come back to neutral. Right foot steps down. Hands come to touch in front of the heart. And then the left heel reaches back behind you. Tip forward into warrior three. Then hands reach forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands come to the mat. Find a low lunge. Back heel spins down. Bring the block on the medium or low setting outside your right foot. Right hand presses into the block. See if you can make this right thigh bone parallel with the floor without letting the butt stick back behind you. On your next exhale, left arm reaches forward and up and over the ear, side angle A. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keep pressing through the outer edge of that back foot. Breathing in. And release. Flip up your back heel, move your block to the side. Right foot steps back next to the left. Turn to side plank on the outer edge of your left foot. Lift your right arm up. Float your right leg, bend the knee and tap the toe behind you. Lift the hips up, let the head fall back. Rock star pose. Inhale, come back to plank, look forward. Exhale, low halfway to the belly. Inhale, up, downward cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and lift your left leg. Breathe out, step the foot forward between the hands, back knee tucked down. Inhale, arms reach to the side and up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Oh, cactus the arms, my bad. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, take the hands to the nape of the neck. Elbows pointing towards the face. Let the hips sink forward. Let the elbows reach up. Kind of let that head fall back into the hands. With the hands pressing against the head too. So you're not just letting yourself completely fall here. One more cycle. In and out. Breathe in, come to neutral. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Left hand comes inside the left foot. Walk your left foot to the left. Come to the fingertips and step with the right foot forward. Knees bent, hips sit low. Yogi squat, Malasana. See if you can find a lift of the chest here. Press through the feet, come to stand up, arms reach up and overhead, look up. And then find Tadasana. Beautiful. Step through your right foot and bend your left knee and bring the heel towards the seat. Left hand reaches back and touches the inner edge of the foot. So you can flip the hand, palm faces away from the foot. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Inner thighs pull towards one another. Inner knees come together. And then begin to kick the left foot into the left hand. We're not finding our full dancer's pose, but focus the gaze. Stop before you know you're at your limit. And just observe. And then release. Release left foot, hands come to touch in front of the heart. Left foot grounds down into the mat. Right heel begin to reach back behind you as the torso turns forward. Warrior 3, arms reach forward. Just arrive as a transition. Soften the left knee and set the right foot back behind you. Next wide stance, spin your right heel down. Take a block, place it outside the left foot. Left hand presses into the block. So you can make this left thigh bone parallel with the floor without letting the butt stick out behind you. On your next exhale, right fingertips reach forward towards the front of your mat and then reach up and over the ear. Side angle A. Press your left knee into your left arm presses back into the knee. Keep pressing into the outer edge of your back foot. Breathing in. Breathing out, take the hand back to the mat, flip the back heel up. Step to plank pose, left toes touch the right. Turn to the outer edge of your right foot. Left arm reaches up. Float your top leg, bend the knee, tap the toe behind you, rock star pose. Breathing in. Breathing out, come back to plank, look forward and lower halfway. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more little effort here. Come to plank pose and lower to the belly. Breathe in, lift your head and your chest, tops of the feet. Down into the mat, elbows pull back, cobra, baby cobra pose. And from here, bend the knees. We're going to take bow pose. Put the hands to the outer feet. Take a moment here. Just see what it feels like to pull the heels towards the seat. So you might find a little bend in the elbows. Notice if the shoulders are drooping down towards the floor. Go ahead and elevate them or lift them. So the shoulder blades come onto the back. Maybe the inner edges of the shoulder blades kind of come closer together. Breathe in with the head, the chest, and the feet into the hands for bow pose. And maybe you activate the hamstrings and lift the knees a little bit. Look forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release the feet. Make a pillow with the hands opposite and on top. Rest the forehead and just swivel the hips side to side. Keep the hands underneath the armpits. Press yourself to hands and knees. Take a block or two on the widest spot of setting. Place them between the heels and just arrive here in the seat. Let the hands rest on the lap. Let the eyes close. Come back to your breath. Commit to the body becoming a little bit more still. So in the beginning here, you need to fidget and like fix something uninterested. Then when you do that, like get the wiggles out and then commit to stilling the body. Decide to land, decide to rest. And trust that the mind will follow your body's lead. So as the body becomes still, the mind becomes a little bit more still as well. Giving me the courage to show up and receive. Taking these moments, these quiet moments here, see if we can be vulnerable enough to see ourselves. Let me look at who we really are. We allow our real self to be seen by us. It's a vulnerable place where we look in the mirror or let ourselves be seen, first by ourselves, right? This is how we like. This is kind of like some of the first steps of being in the world in an authentic way. This is part of the path of understanding what our values are so that we can go like live out in the world with integrity according to things that are most important to us. And doing that in a way where we're really aware of like what those things are. Otherwise it's so easy to be to just kind of flow with the wind. It's okay sometimes. Most of your existence is being defined by others. Eventually, I think most of us will do all of that or realize, without even realize, that we feel dissociated from our own self. So if all that felt like too much, let's come back to this idea of taking this moment, these few breaths here, just to say hello to yourself. Just to be right here. Noticing and feeling your body, noticing your own breath, slowing down enough to just even have one thought at a time. Almost as if you're sitting down for tea with a close friend. And listening intently. feel the hands on the tops of the thighs. Allow the breath to just notice the breath coming back to the body. Let the eyes open and lift yourself up off your block. Bring, before we're going to lay down on our backs, bring both blocks kind of so that they're nearby, as well as your pillows. You can grab them with your hand and just sink the hips to one side and come to lay down on your back. You can put yourself behind the knees. And then make the feet so that they're hip width distance. You just see the block on the low spot is setting with the hips and put the block underneath the sacrum. And this is it. So let this be kind of a restorative yin moment here where we're just letting the pelvis drop. The pelvis, the sacrum, the contents of the pelvis just drop completely into this block, into the support, and the kind of container of the block. And so just notice what happens here. Just notice if the contents of the pelvic belly just kind of get heavy a little bit. Notice if there's a little bit of a release, or possibly a little bit of relief. Get the eyes naturally closed, you can do that here. And then press through the feet, lift the hips, and slide the block out. Feel to the feet a little bit wider than the knees up and knees not in. Hands can rest on the lower belly here. Feel to the feet back in to be hip width distance, and just slide the hands, the palms are just going to move the kneecaps. So the arms are going to stay really long here. The feet hang heavy, so the weight of the legs kind of pulls. The weight of the feet pull the knees away from you, and you're just barely keeping them there with the arms. And you can make the tiniest of circles, or just sway in the sides. And then you pull the knees in a little bit more towards the chest, from the knees to the chest. And see, you can, again, rock side to side a little here. And then release the feet, and then take the arms like behind the knees and interlace the fingers. So the almost like the elbows, the inner elbows come to the outer edges of the knees. Interlace the fingers, and then just let the feet hang. Just release the feet. So you kind of have your forearm between the hamstring and the calf muscle. And so you got a bending knee, and that whole leg can just hang here. Yeah, just let the body continue to unwind. If this feels difficult in any way, and the body doesn't feel completely kind of like relaxed or like it's letting go, just gotta focus on the breath. And you can just take little rocking movements side to side. And then lift the feet up and just get the opposite interlacing with the fingers and let the legs fall again. It's almost, this position is almost a little bit like a lazy, happy baby. And slide the hands apart, keep the hands behind the knees. And then just keep the feet to the mat. We're going to set up a little Shavasana here. If you're like, I'm definitely not going to sit up and set up this Shavasana, no worries. If you want a little restorative Shavasana here, we're going to take our two blocks and put them on the lowest spot ascending. So one right next to the other. And then we'll take our pillows and we're going to put them at a diagonal here. So they're propped up by the blocks. So pillows are closest to you. You'll bring your seat a little bit closer to the pillows. Let the legs hang. So the hamstrings are completely supported by the pillows. And the pillows are at a diagonal because we've got these blocks back here. So the back piece of the knee kind of is right at the edge of the pillow. And you're just gonna lay yourself back down. Make any small adjustments so that you're not having anything cut into the leg. If you don't want to set up the Shavasana, no worries, just let everything go. So the legs will come down. The arms will come by the sides. Feel the body get heavy into the floor and the mat. With the muscles of the face soften. Let the tongue be heavy. Let the throat be soft. Let the space around the heart be open, spacious, and soft. Let the pelvic belly be heavy. And let the legs completely release. All the way to the tips of the fingers, tips of the toes. Slowly begin to notice the breath again. Bring your hands to your fingers and bring the feet to the tops of your pillows. Use the knees fall to the right side. Use the pillows, or use the arms for pillows. Keeping the eyelids heavy or completely closed. The Press into the left hand to lift yourself into a comfortable seat. Use one of your pillows or blocks to elevate the seat, and put your opposite or non-habitual shin in front. Let the hands rest on the lap. Find a tall seated position. Keep the space of the chest and shoulders free and available. Vulnerability isn't good or bad. It's not what we call a dark emotion, nor is it always a light, positive experience. Vulnerability is the core of all emotions and feelings. To feel is to be vulnerable. To believe vulnerability is weakness is to believe that feeling is weakness. To foreclose on our emotional life out of fear that the cost will be too high is to walk away from the very thing that gives purpose and meaning to living. And keep ourselves engaged with the things that give purpose and meaning to life. Gather your hands in front of your heart center. Give a little tuck in the chin as you take the thumbs to the third eye and the space between the eyebrows, just bowing the head towards the heart. Thanks, my friends. Come to ya. Thank you so much for joining. It looks like there's more people on this than Jill, and I would love to know who's here. Our next class is on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Next week's schedule might be a little funky. I'm traveling back to New York, so keep an eye out for what's going to be happening. I know for sure there's going to be no class on Thursday next week. It's the day after my birthday, and I'm going to be celebrating the night before. So that's that. For this class, don't forget to donate. You can find me on Venmo or on PayPal. I'm asking for a suggested minimum $10 donation, and I appreciate your donations so much. And I love being here with you. So thank you, and thanks, Jill. Have a wonderful day as well, and I'll see you all soon. Love you. Happy Sunday.